If you're trying to manifest a shit ton of money and it's just not happening, chances are you're making one of these 5 mistakes that I see all the time as an energetic alignment coach. And trust me, even one of these mistakes can seriously sabotage your abundance manifesting efforts. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what your specific blockage is and how to fix it so you can start manifesting more money effortlessly. Also, stick around because Otto's going to share his Paw of Attraction tip of the day, which you do not want to miss because, quite honestly, he is the best manifestor I know. Money manifesting mistake number 1. You are doing all the things, you're doing the affirmations, you're meditating every day, you're visualizing all the time, you're scripting, you're doing all the manifesting methods, right? And the practices, but you're probably not seeing the results that you have been expecting or wanting because you haven't taken the time to work through your resistance. Now, I talk about resistance a lot because a lot of manifestation teachers don't talk about resistance. But it's important because no matter how many manifesting methods you do, if you're doing them and you're trying them and you're still not seeing quick results, that means that you have some sort of energetic blockage or a stuck point or like a push pull energy. So, resistance can look like, for example, you want to manifest more money, but you believe all rich people are evil and you don't want to be evil. So, subconsciously, you're pushing money away, right? So, that would be a belief that you'd be like, oh, that's not really serving me. Let me rewrite the script in my mind. Let me find evidence of people who are nice and rich and philanthropic, who I can look up to and want to be like so that I can invite the money in, right? So that's just one form, but it takes so many forms. Resistance can be fear, it can be limiting beliefs, it can be just honestly thoughts that aren't helping you get to where you want to go. It can manifest itself in the form of self sabotage when a part of you wants more money, but other parts of you are not simpatico with that goal or that dream. So it can manifest in all types of ways, which is honestly why I'm working on an entire book dedicated to the topic of resistance because a short YouTube video is just not gonna cut it. But it will be a good starting point for you to realize that working through your resistance is super important when it comes to manifesting more money. For example, what's the first thought that pops up in your head? And don't lie, be honest, when you think of manifesting a shit ton of money super fast. Like, let's just say tomorrow, 10K in your bank account, 100K in your bank account. You just closed the biggest deal ever. You just got some sort of windfall of money. How are you feeling? Sure, maybe parts of you are excited, maybe parts of you are scared, maybe you feel guilty. Whatever's the first thing that comes up for you, that's probably a hint at your resistance. This is what makes money so much harder to manifest than other things that might require money to buy, right? Sometimes it's easier for us to just manifest the free coffee versus the money for the coffee because we don't have resistance to getting free coffee. We don't really have a lot of stories or ideas or narratives or trauma attached to that. But when it comes to money, there's so much programming, so much history there. A lot of it's negative. And that really gets in our way when it comes to manifesting money. It's not that money is actually harder to manifest than other things. It's just that it's harder for you right now because you haven't worked through your resistance yet. It's also worth mentioning that I created a mini course for you guys to specifically help you do this, to break through your money blocks once and for all and just kickstart your money manifesting journey for success. So I'll be sure to link to that in the show notes so you guys can check it out. Money manifesting mistake number 2. You are limiting the universe by how you think the money should come. I said it. You're micromanaging, you're limiting the universe, or you're blocking it because you don't know how it can come. So because you don't know how it can come, you think that it can't come. But what you don't realize is that the universe is a lot smarter than you and a lot more resourced than you and has a million ways to bring you the millions. Because at the end of the day, you can brainstorm a bunch of ways that money could come to you or you want the money to come, but you're not the one who's 100% in charge of your life here. There's a lot of factors at play, and you're not a master of money. So, how do you know what's the best way for it to come to you? Let me tell you a little story to beautifully illustrate how this was playing out for me, because this was one of my big things. Because as a control freak, it's kind of hard to trust your life and let go and just trust that it's all going to work out when you don't know how, right? But I was for a long time insisting that money has to come through my books, it has to come through my courses, it has to come through this specific stream of income, and I just kept hitting ceilings. Like, I wasn't hitting any of my goals because I was just like holding on so tight to the how, right? And I was really just like, this is how I want my money. But when I finally was like overdoing that because it clearly wasn't working, I said a little Hail Mary prayer and I was like, okay, universe, I give up. Like, clearly this is not working. Just send me the most amount of money in the easiest way possible. That's what I want. I just want the most amount of money in the easiest way possible. And then you know what happened? Literally days after I asked for the most amount of money in the easiest way possible, my husband got a job offer to become a commercial real estate broker. And now he makes like 10x what he used to make. Now he makes like from one commission check what most people make like in a year salary. So at first, I was extremely annoyed with the universe and jealous because I was like, hello, I asked for the money for me. And the universe was like, hello, bitch, it's for your husband to make for you guys together. It's like marital income combined. Be happy. You asked for money in the easiest way possible. Like, let's have Jeff help you out. So I humbled myself. And now I daydream about being a rich housewife. Just kidding. I'll always tease this stuff. Don't worry. Anyway, the moral of the story is when I stopped dictating how it had to come, it started coming way faster, way easier, in much bigger amounts. Now, am I still manifesting money in other areas of my life and making more than I did before in my streams of income? Yes. Is it as much as what Jeff makes? No, but that's okay. We're not going to judge ourselves for it. We are going to say, Kelsey, you're a great money manifester. Work harder, not smarter, ladies. I mean, work smarter, not harder, ladies. All right. So, what I want you to do is let go of the how for now. If it helps you to imagine ways that it can come for fun, do that. But don't insist to the universe that it has to come through a certain channel. Just be open and see what happens. You can even steal my prayer if you want. Money manifesting mistake number 3 is that you're likely not using time to your advantage. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean that time is actually a tool to create and multiply money. If you just look at the stock market and you look at a chart, you see that over time, money can multiply itself. But that time factor is what creates the growth. And a lot of times we think that manifesting is so instant and we put so much pressure on ourselves to like manifest it all now. I have to be a young money millionaire. I have to be this, that, and the other. And it's like, if you could actually just focus on creating long-term sustainable wealth, I think you'll get a lot farther than investing in shitcoins and trying to get rich off of crypto that's not worth investing in. Hmm? Tony Robbins has this quote that I love where he says that people usually overestimate what they can do in a short period of time, but they underestimate what they can do with a long period of time, meaning they don't think long term enough and don't give themselves the time to actually create compound results. And I'm not just talking about compound interest, I'm not just talking about money compounding in the stock market. I'm talking about over time, you become more skilled, you become more valuable, you become better at business, you become better at investing. Like, you get better at creating and multiplying wealth with time, because that time is what allows you to grow. And when you grow, your finances grow. Okay. So instead of using time as a weapon against yourself and insisting that you get rich tomorrow or this year, or insisting that it should have happened yesterday, why isn't it here yet, and being all impatient, use time to your advantage and think of it as a tool to grow wealth. And you'll be able to like settle into the ride more and actually go much further than trying to rush, rush, rush. And I'm not saying that you can't manifest big money in a short amount of time, because literally like a few weeks ago, I inherited like potentially a 7-figure early inheritance that I was not expecting at all. So that just goes to show that what I'm teaching you actually works, because you will get unexpected money here and there. But it's not about that. It's like teaching a man to fish, right? You're teaching yourself to fish. That fishing skill takes time to master. And when you master it, then you use time to let your money grow. It's even better. So time is your friend. Don't be impatient. Don't be sad that's taking so long, and start thinking more long term. Okay, number four is one of my favorites because I am extremely guilty of this, and you let me know if you're guilty too. You think that you're the exception, but in a bad way, right? Like everyone else can manifest money except me. Everyone else deserves to be rich except me. Or she can do it, but I can't. Or he did it, but there's no way I could. And it's like, what makes you so special that everyone else can do it except you, or that that person can do it but you can't? What makes those people better than you? Sure, they might have acquired different skills. Sure, they might have been at this longer. Sure, they might have had some opportunities, but who's to say that you can't learn and you can't open doors, right? There's nothing that says that. Only you say that in the back of your mind secretly, and then you self sabotage your whole money manifesting efforts. So instead of believing that you're so special that you can't do it, how about you look at other people's success as an example and an invitation that you can have the success too? And this is actually something I used to do when I was manifesting love. Like at first, I was so bitter when I was single and I would see other couples and they would be so cute, and I'd be like, ugh, like, wish I was them, must be nice, you know? But then I realized if I switched my script in my head and I saw these couples and I thought, wow, I'm really happy for them. They have something that we all want. You know, I'm happy that you're getting to experience that thing that I want. That must mean that's also possible for me, right? That's the narrative script that I want you guys to adopt here, especially when it comes to money. And lastly, one of the biggest, most common money manifesting mistakes that I see all the time is that you're basing what's possible in the future off of what you've created in the past, which is just making you recreate the same reality over and over and over and over again. You're like, oh, why aren't things changing? Because you're not looking at the future as a blank slate. You're not treating this moment as an opportunity to think new thoughts, take new actions, become a new person, embody new feelings. And then you're just default mode looking to the past and saying, well, I guess that's what I've created before. So I guess that's all that's possible for me. When in reality, that's not true at all. The only guarantee in life is change and death and taxes, right? So change is inevitable, but you have to allow it. And you're not allowing change if you're looking to the past to see what's possible for you. The past is just your learning, your mistakes, where you need to forgive yourself, where you're getting better, where you're getting masterful. You can learn from it, but don't project it onto the future and keep recreating it. Just because you want something that you haven't manifested yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. The contrast before the expansion is the formula. That lack of money is what makes you want more money, which motivates you to get and create and receive more money. So it's actually a part of the manifesting process is to be without before you are with. Basically, all this to say that your past is not a crystal ball, okay? That's just where you go for lessons. If you want to go for manifestations, turn to the future and you can create something new. Imagining that the future is your blank slate, your playground to create on. And the last thing I'll say about this is that your future isn't built on past evidence. Your future is built on new decisions. What happened in the past was because of what was going on and what you decided. But if you decide new, if you decide again, you will have a new path and a new timeline and a new story to unfold. So, in summary, these are the 5 mistakes you want to definitely avoid as you continue on your manifesting journey. One, make sure you're not doing all the things but avoiding the resistance releasing work. So, check out the mini course if you want help there. Two, don't limit the universe by dictating how the money has to come. Okay, the universe knows better than you. It's more resource than you. Leave it up to the dealer. It's dealer's choice. Number 3, you're not using time to your advantage. Allow yourself time. Time is your friend. Time makes you more money. Number 4, you think you're the exception in a bad way. Newsflash, you're not that special. You are special, but not in a bad way. And 5, you have to stop basing what's possible for your future by looking back at your past, because those are two different things if you let them be. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, drop your favorite money emoji in the comments to let me know. Let me know which of the 5 you're most guilty of. I'm really guilty of the 2 that I shared stories about, but actually all of them. That's how I learned them. So don't feel bad, you're in good company. Let me know in the comments. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I have a free gift for you. It's a free money magnet guided meditation. It's a 13-minute guided meditations where I'll be in your earbuds, helping you to connect to the vibration of abundance in a really easy way that's not too money focused. So I think you're gonna like it. People who do it every day write to me with really good results. So that's a free gift for you for staying to the end and subscribing to my channel. I'll link it here in the description for you. And make sure you stick around for the next video in the Money Manifesting series, because we're going to be talking about the 3 energetic shifts you need to make to become a magnet for money. Okay, we ready? Otto's Power of Attraction tip of the day is the more love you give, the more belly rubs you receive. The universe rewards those who are unconditionally loving and spread the good vibes. So if you're a good person, it will help you to manifest more money. I promise you. Why are you always gonna yawn in your tip? Anyway, that's Otto's Power of Attraction tip of the day. We will see you guys in the next video.